stuff. Interesting. Paddling up a river here. Got to be running in the tide at probably about 5 or 10 knots of line now. Just sort of having to come through a bit of a bottleneck. How's a bloke supposed to paddle out in that? I can't believe the tide is rushing in here that quick. That is crazy. They're the islands I want to get out to out there, but jeepers creepers. I think I'm going to have to wait for the tide to settle. It's still fairly low too, so I've probably got an hour or two. There you go. Hopefully the green flag doesn't look like a seal. Well, I'm not really sure that was worth it. Last time I was out here there wasn't half as many seals as that. There you go. It stinks, I know that. Yeah, well, that really wasn't worth it. I've been waiting there for 2 hours for the tide to settle. In the meantime, the wind's been coming up and getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Anyway, we're here now. We did it. Definitely got to come out here on a very calm day. Problem here of waves spreading around the islands coming together at this entrance. Not ideal. Because I had to wait for the tide, the wind's come up now. Let's get a bowl of wind. Hang on. That is freezing. Hang on. That is freezing. Get the hell out of here. The fact that I got in there without getting tipped over can only be described as a miracle. Only be described as a fucking miracle. That's a bit more like it. Not a good combination coming in there. Whew. Tide coming in, wind blowing the opposite direction. There was bloody chop coming over the bow. I'm drenched. Oh, I'm not sure that was worth it, to be honest. I never realised that high tide was at this point here. So yeah, I thought it was a bit closer to high tide. Obviously I didn't take enough notice, did I? Haven't done the intro. G'day guys, Steve here from Outdoors on Water. Well, that was an adventure. I was here in 1998 on a motorbike, and met some people in the campground here, and they took me out on their tinny and had a couple of paddle boards. We paddled out to the Skerries and went snorkeling with the bloody seals and everything. Dead calm obviously, and we picked it at either the ebb of the tide or low tide or something. But today I think it's about 38 years later, I worked out, thought I was going to go out there and have another look. But obviously I got out the point and the tide was just rushing in crazy. So anyway, I just sort of kicked around for a couple of hours, did a bit of fishing, mucked around and whatnot, and probably about 2.5 hours in the end, and just had a crack. And I managed to get out without tipping her over, and I managed to get in without tipping her over, but that is not good management, I can tell you. That was just good luck. Anyway, I went out there and had a look. I ticked that box, tick. I wouldn't do that again in those sorts of conditions. I'll have to make sure that there's number one, pick the tide, and number two, just, you know, I got out there early. I was up at first light trying to get out there as early as possible, but just got to pick your tide and yeah, try and beat the winds in the sort of sea breezes that come up at lunchtime. So yeah, or sort of late morning, they generally come up around these areas. Anyway, I'm all drenched and I haven't had breakfast yet. So I'm going to go put some dry clothes on and have some bacon and eggs. Looks like we've got a cracking day anyway. Anyway, it is a beautiful spot, have a look. Hope there's not too much water on the lens, but yeah, beautiful white sands, and yeah, so you can't complain. We'll hope to see you out in the water. Thanks. Oh, actually, how does it go? Thanks for watching. I hope to see you